welcome to the Ruth Loves to Knit podcast. I'm Ruth and I love to knit. Well, if you've seen the thumbnail of this episode, you'll know it's not an episode and it's not a proper podcast. That's coming up later this week. But I have had the privilege to try out a new craft. Now, I generally just knit. Back in the day, I did copious amounts of cross stitch. When I was living overseas, I did that. I can take up the hem of a pair of trousers. What else have I tried? I've crocheted a blanket, but generally knitting is my thing. Well, a company got in touch with me before Christmas, long before Christmas, and asked if I would like to try out one of their products. Now, I know not everybody likes these kind of videos. That's why I've put this separate to my main podcast, but I have to say I was pleasantly surprised. And the company produces leather bag kits. Now, if you watch my first Advent, I think, the first video of Advent, you'll have seen the box that came. Big, sort of bigger than A4, deep box, full of everything you would need to make a bag. They let me choose my bag, they let me choose the hardware, they let me choose the thread colour, and it arrived in the post. Their company is in Poland, and they do free worldwide shipping, and they deal with all the customs charge. I was scared I was going to get stung with customs charges. I got nothing. Do you want to see what I did? Now, in Advent, I said, if I can't do this, you're never going to see it again. Well, thankfully, I have a finished product. And are you ready? I'm so proud of myself. Look at that. Look at that. Beauty. Look. Look. The smell of leather is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Now, I picked this one. This is called the Picotin. I think they're a bit of a homage to Hermes bags and other bags like that. I will never in my life have an Hermes bag, and I'm not that fussed if I never have an Hermes bag. Although I love leather bags and project bags. I use one handbag every day, same handbag. So the reason I chose this one was that it would do for a project bag, but it's also a very nice handbag. It's fully lined. I requested the lined one, but in hindsight, I kind of wish I got the online one because I do prefer a floppier bag. Anyway, and I will admit, because I'm not a sewist, this sat in my house. I said I was going to do it over Christmas. I didn't. This sat in my house, scaring me, I suppose is the right word. When I saw it, I took all the bits out. I'll put a photograph up here of what you get in the box. And I put it all out, I set it all out, and I thought, what have I let myself in for? This is going to be a disaster. I've bitten off more than I can chew. I'll never manage that. So they sent me all the bits I needed for the bag and a few extras. So they sent me two of these. Now, I don't think I'll keep all these things on this bag. Two of these, which are leather as well. I didn't think they were. Very, very cute. And 3 of these little twilly things that I think Hermes bags, you can buy them really expensively for Hermes bags, that you wrap around this to make them look pretty. I don't think I'll be using those for that reason. They're kind of silky, very posh, very, very nice. And as I say, everything comes in the box, and the when you get the box, you get your order sheet, and with everything that obviously comes, and you get a QR code. There's nothing to say you can't watch that because you can look it up on YouTube. And there's 2 videos on YouTube of how to sew this bag. Well, I do everything. I overthought it completely these days. I completely overthought it, but the first video is only subtitles. Bearing in mind it's a Polish company, so English wouldn't be the first language. And the second one that came up as well was an AI voice, which was a bit irritating, truly. But between the 2 videos, it was fine. I wasn't going to do all these wee niddly new bits, but actually it was great practice. So this has got a wee key in it. Any stitch work you see, I did it. It's got a wee key in it, and then that opens the lock. awfully posh for me. And so all stitched all around there. I did the bottom all stitched. This is stitched on as well, and it's all explained in the videos, and with a wee bit of common sense you can do it. It's for this bag in particular, it was all the same stitch all the time, so that was really easy. So by the time I got to the end, it was muscle memory, and there's holes all over the bags to feed the thread in through. It isn't perfect by any shape or form, but it's definitely handmade. Nobody's ever going to mistake it for the real thing, and I absolutely take my hat off to people like those who work for Hohi Locatelli or any of the other handmade bag companies. There's a lot of work in it. It's not difficult, but it is fiddly. So I would say you need half decent eyesight, which I don't always have. Good lighting. I had to do it in the kitchen. That was the only, there's not a place in this house that you're not sitting in your own light. So I had to do, and I needed a table for when you first started. You need a table, I think, to be able to start the stitching and be successful at the stitching. But what a gorgeous, even has the wee feet on the bottom. I did that. So it comes with, as I say, with everything you need. A pair of snips, even a wee clump to clump it. It comes with numerous needles, which I only used 2 of and didn't break any. It comes with loads and loads of thread. I asked for this thread because it went well with it, and in hindsight I wonder should I have got a tan coloured bag and white thread, because I found it hard to do at night, I must admit, but this week something else came into my life that really helped. I'll show you that another time, but there's loads left. So even if I put a knot in the thread several times, because you're dealing with quite long threads from time to time, I put knots in them, and this thread is waxed, so it's like getting mohair out. So also a snow, you measure twice and cut once. I have learnt that to my detriment. And they also give little, I suppose you call them thimbles. There's 5 of them for every finger, little plastic thimbles. And I used these a couple of times when there was a lot of layers to pull the needle through. Don't get me wrong, there was a few times I thought, what am I doing this for? But once you got the technique, I think I enjoyed it. It also comes with this, and I think that's great. Unleash your creativity with Babylon Leather. Experienced in the life by Handmade, babylonleather.com. And I went on the website this morning, and they have 120 bags to choose from. So even if you just go and browse, I think it's great. Written down here, 120 to choose from. They provide everything. They've been going for 20 years, and I have to say the loveliest customer service. The fella I dealt with, I don't know what his role is in the company, but couldn't be nicer. Even emailed me to wish me a happy Christmas. As I say, there's YouTube videos for not every precise bag, but the bag that is as associated to yours as it can be. You can choose the colour of leather. I'll put a picture up here. I think the one I have is something like 12 colours. You choose the hardware colour, you choose the type of leather, you choose lined or unlined. Now this maybe wouldn't be for every bag, and you can have vegetable tanned leather, chrome leather, oil tanned leather, holster, crazy horse, Napa, nubuck, latigo, fox, wax. I have no clue what most of those are apart from Napa. So the choice is nearly overwhelming, really is. And this bag on the website is £144, so bear with me. It is a thoughtful purchase, it definitely is. It's not something you just buy on a whim, but at the moment there's 20% off, and with my code Ruth, another 10%, and it's worldwide free shipping. Now I wish I'd got this sorted before Christmas, because I think it would be the gift that would just keep on giving. I just think it would be amazing for somebody who has everything and you struggle to buy something for them, maybe your daughter, your sister, I think they have every bag under the sun, from the small little nippy ones to this one here, and I just think every time I pick it up I just smell the leather, and I just think it would be a brilliant present. Last week 30% off, so keep an eye on it, but I'm going to put a link down below this video with the Ruth code as well. And full disclosure, if you go through my link, I will get a wee bit of commission, and of course I give that commission to Lamb Hospital in Bangladesh. So every little helps, as they say in Tesco. Yes, I did enjoy it. My friend Caroline was over one day, and I was pulling my hair out, but it was the lighting. And because it's a dark bag, I just could not get the lighting right, and but we got there in the end. And it's funny, I thought this would be the most difficult part because it's going through so many layers, and actually this was the most simple part. So I would definitely recommend doing those wee bits. You know, you have to sew around here and everything. If you're getting this one, just to practice your stitches. Obviously if you're a sewist, it'll be as easy as anything. Not difficult, but very fiddly, but worth it, I think. Quite proud of that. Like you can see, it's not perfect, but I think it's great. Now I'm not sure we'll keep these wee bits and all the rest of it, but inside, well, I'll show you my floats. And it's a big bag. There's no pockets or anything, but it's a big bag inside. So I am going to use this for project initially. As I say, I'm a one bag person. So if you're interested in this, go through my link and type in the code Ruth, so that'll give you a more discount. Trying to see if there's anything else I want to say. Yeah. Now, do not take my word for this. It's your decision to buy something. So, and if you don't like it when you get it, it's not my fault. Don't blame me. But this has no electrics. This has no nothing that can break down. And anytime I've emailed the company, they've got back to me. If it's a working day, they've got back to me that same day. So, bearing in mind it's in Poland, so the time change and everything. But I am thrilled to bits with my bag. I think it's brilliant. So if you're interested, go for it. If you're not, no worries. But I just like to show you things that are kind of knitting related. Truthfully, I turned it down at the start. I said no, it really wasn't something that I wanted to do. And then I thought, bags, hang on a wee minute. And honestly, I was just kind of wanted to see if I could do it. I just wanted the challenge and was just intrigued with the whole thing. How on earth could they have so many bags and that I could sew it myself? So it is the epitome of slow stitching. You know, if you watch me, that I am a fast knitter. I churn things out. I love the process, but I just go through things very quickly. Well, this is not this. Because you're pulling through and you're having to pull tight every time, your fingers do get a bit sore, and just, it's the sort of thing you can put down, pick up. It could take weeks for you to do it if you want. But every stitch sort of has to be done twice, and I just think it's a really novel thing to be able to say. Somebody says, oh, I like your handbag. You can say, I sewed it myself. Maybe I didn't make it myself. Well, I did make it myself, but it comes, and as I say, the leather is beautiful. This is peacock blue. It's not really, maybe it is coming out all right. But as I say, any amount of colours, and you can do all these bits to whatever you want, gold, silver, whatever you want. So that's my little new craft. I don't know if I'll be doing another one, but I loved the challenge. I definitely did. And there were a few days I thought, well, what did I agree to this for? But it was because I was rushing it, and when I realised that I didn't have to rush it, there was no deadline. It really was fun to do, and yeah, and you got into the way of it obviously after all these stitches. Even the handles are stitched, everything. So this is something you think about. If it's not, don't worry. And I will be podcasting again maybe tomorrow with a proper podcast. Thanks for watching. Bye.